rights. And we define rights, we classify rights into two. The first one is, the first one as USA human rights, the other category is democratic rights. In our previous discussion, we have discussed more about human rights. So, who can tell us some of the nature or the features of the human rights? Features of human rights. The
right to live.
Features or characteristics of human rights. They are universal. Universal, when you say wherever you go, these rights are protected, supposed to be protected. These rights are equal for every human race. People who are living in Sahara Desert, people living in town, people living in rural areas, men, women, people from different backgrounds have equal rights. So we can say that human rights are universal. The other? They are natural rights. Natural rights, when you say these rights are not given by the government, they are not given by a certain authority, right? Rather, we got these rights by nature. So we can say that these rights are natural rights. The other characteristics? They are not granted. Rather, they are natural. We got this right because we are mankind, because we are human beings. So, they are natural. They are not granted. They are based on equality. These are some of the features of human rights. There are certain organizations that protect human rights. What are the organizations? Yeah, some of them are international organizations, and the other is government. Government of a given country protects its citizens. There are international organizations. For example, the United Nations protects human rights and democratic rights. Among the agreements signed under the United Nations, UDHR is the major treaty or agreement signed between different countries. This agreement was signed in 1948. Just to stop the tragedy that was happened during World War II. So these are some of the features and institutions that protect human rights. In our country case also we do have other institutions that are established by the government. The first one is Human Rights Commission. Human Rights Commission. The other is Ombudsman. These organizations protect human rights. Whenever there is human rights abuse, these institutions they try to protect human rights in different organizations. For example, when there is human rights abuse in an organization, Ombudsman follows and present to consulted body. For example, they may present to House of People representative. And also Human Rights Commission, most of the time they try to investigate what is happening in a given area, whether they try to find out whether there is human rights abuse or not, then they proceed the case to House of People representative or to the courts. These are some of the works of the Human Rights Commission and the Ombudsman. Whereas Government democratic rights are rights which are related with political rights most of the time. Most of the time they are related with political rights. For example, can you give me some democratic right examples, please? The right to vote, the right to elect and be elected. This is a democratic right. We may not like if we don't elect. We will not like, right? But it helps us to foster a democratic situation in a given country. So, the right to elect and be elected are examples of a democratic rights. Examples of human rights are, who can give me some examples of human rights? The right to life. The right to life. This right is a major right which even for citizens is very important for human rights. Without this right, we cannot sustain or we cannot continue in life. So, human rights and democratic rights are different by their nature. But one thing you need to forget is that they are indivisible. We cannot, when we protect human rights, we are protecting democratic rights. So we can say that these rights are indivisible rights. Indivisible rights. So this is the nature of indivisibility of human and democratic rights. Are you together, students? Okay.
The rights to be cared for by.
Yeah. As for example, children's right. Children's right is one of the rights can be categorized as a democratic right. As a democratic right. So we can include it under that. Under that. So tell me three human rights. Three human rights and tell me three democratic rights. Is there any part of the Constitution, please? The Constitution. Constitution.
Well, here or
Here. In your Bible. Okay. Three human rights from your textbook. Okay.
the rights to learn.
So,
Learn.
the right to learn. Is it a democratic or a human right? The right for education or the right to learn? Is under democratic right and is under the category children rights. Here, in your textbook on page 7, it says that every child has the right to life, the right to name and nationality, to know and be cared by his own parents, and not to subjected to exploitative practices, to be free from corporal punishments. So it means that children have this own democratic human rights. Not only that, children have also the right to learn. The right to learn. Children are not for work, rather to learn. Children are to learn. Schools are for children. Schools are for children, not factories or workplaces for exploiting work. The right to live or the right to learn is one of the examples of human rights. Here, education. These are some of the rights. Okay.
Would the right to have equal rights?
Yeah, equality, liberty, and equality. Equality. This is a human right. The right to. The right to enact That's a democratic right, the right to be elected and be elected. Let me give you some important. So here, this the right to be free from treatments which are treatments against humanity. The right to be free from treatments against humanity, like the right to be free from torture. These are examples of human rights. Examples of human rights. Democratic rights are some of your examples as the right to make assembly or association. Freedom of speech can be categorized under democratic rights. Let's proceed to the next topic, which is related to obligations. What are obligations? What are obligations? Okay. You can give some explanation for the definition of
Obligation is
yeah, it's a duty to fulfill, a responsibility to be fulfilled. This can be one of the definitions of obligations. Obligation refers to a duty to fulfill. Obligations are duties to be fulfilled. For example, as a citizen, you do have many obligations, right? Many obligations. As a student, you have many obligations. As a member of the society, we do have many obligations. Let's classify them. Obligations as a citizen, as a student, as a member of a community, member of a community. These are some of the responsibilities that we are having. What are the responsibilities that you do have as a student? Okay. Yeah, respecting the rules and procedures of your school. Unless you respect the rules and procedures of your school, it's difficult to teach, as well as it's difficult to learn.
Protect the public and schools property.
Yeah, protecting the school property. This property is not just the owners of the school, rather it's a collective property, right? It's a property of the next generation, not only yours and the next generation, and the whole class property. So you do have a responsibility to protect school property from any damage or maluse.
And to learn. You're obliged to learn.
Yeah, you are here just to learn, right? So you must spend your time for learning and learning activity only. Actually, you must have the time for fun, but there must be a limitation for parent as well as to learn. Any other responsibilities that you have as a student?
Participate in community activities.
Yeah, participating in all activities, like you have a responsibility to do your homework, you have the responsibility to do your classwork. These are the responsibilities that you have at school. 80% who can share us the responsibility that he has as a member of a family, as a member at home. For example, from Monday to Sunday, or from early in the morning to until you go to bed. 80% volunteers do. There are some students even who are working more than their parents. I know, but you have some responsibility, right? I just wanted to know what responsibility that you have as a member of the family. Awesome.
My responsibility?
Yeah, at home.
To take care of my little brothers.
Take care of it.
My brothers.
My brothers. So you tutor them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, one responsibility that for Sahab is he tutors his brothers, he takes care of them, he helps them in all areas they want someone from you, right? That's excellent. That's very good. Any other? You don't have responsibility at home, guys? Then
To take, well, to clean up my home and my friends' stuff.
okay, excellent. See, right? What responsibility do you have at home? Okay, Mercy? Again? Okay, that's so every must we need to have some responsibility at home. We need to help parents, not only that. It will help us in the future actually. Fulfilling your responsibility just right now, it will help you to get a better future for yourself, and also when you become an independent person, when you go home, it will be easy for you, and you can pass those challenges that you may going to have in the future. So, rights and responsibilities, or rights and obligations, they always go together. Rights, when you say, for example, I have a right to learn. When a student say, I have a right to learn, it means that he has a responsibility to do his homework, to do his classwork. He has a responsibility to respect his teachers. He has a responsibility to come on time to school. This, when you talk about rights, there is always obligation. The problem is most of us, we understand only, and we are claiming only our rights. Our rights. So we must not only claim our rights, but we need to try to fulfill our obligations. So we must ask, what did I do for my country? Do I fulfill my responsibilities? And the kind of questions we must ask ourselves instead of asking only ourselves. That's the problem of the country. In our country, most of the time we are only claiming our rights. So it must not be in that way. Okay. Anything which is not clear, please. Okay. Classwork discussion actually. Page 11. Page 11. This group, the first table. This group, the second table. This group, the second, the third column actually. Discuss. Okay. So let me ask the first group. Share. No, let's start from the third group. In the community, what are the responsibilities that you do have in the community?
What? All of them.
All of them.
Well, we said the obligation to protect the community, the obligation to keep the community clean or not litter, the obligation to help those in need, and the obligation to protect public property.
Yeah, the first one is to keep your surrounding or your environment clean and safe for life, right? One. The second one is participating in charity activities. This is very important. I know that this school students are doing very good regarding this. You are fulfilling the responsibility that you are having in the community. The other responsibility that is expected as a member of the community as well as a citizen is paying tax. Paying tax is a responsibility. So sometimes we consider paying tax as a burden. Rather, it's an opportunity for citizens. When citizens pay tax, it means that they grow together with the country. You pay tax, the road will become constructed. You pay tax, those old people will get a better pension. So paying tax is an advantage, it's an opportunity. But people are refusing to pay tax, it must be paid. So paying tax is very important and it's a duty of every citizen. So it's your constitutional obligation to fulfill. One of these obligations related with paying tax is paying the tax on time. Paying the tax on time and not receiving the amount of income or the amount of profit that the person is getting. Just telling openly for the government or for the authority and paying the right amount of tax is citizens' responsibility because tax money can participate health care services, schools, and other organizations are built because of the tax we are paying, because of the tax we are paying. So these are the responsibilities that we are having as a member of a community, So the second group, you are 10, right? The second group?
My first one is curfew. Like following the curfew.
Yeah, getting to home or being at home as early as possible, not staying outside. Just it's to be safe. One responsibility that you have.
The second one is doing the chores that you are expected to do.
Doing
Chores.
the house chores, for example, is very important. Those who are doing this, I really appreciate that. Excellent.
Tutoring like your younger siblings.
Yeah. Helping or tutoring younger siblings in their academics is very important duty that a student is supposed to fulfill at home.
Okay, studying, doing homework.
Studying and doing your homework, helping parents. Okay, from that side. Yeah.
Respecting your elders.
Respecting English as not only as a member of the family, rather as a member of a community, as a citizen, as a human being, we must respect all the people.
Helping your parents in activities they do in the house.
You are helping in different activities. These are responsibilities that you are having. The last one. Abigail. Sorry? Protecting school properties are responsibilities that we are having as a citizen. Let me read one article from the Constitution. Article 9, sub-article 2 of Federal Constitution expresses its obligation as follows. All citizens, organ of the state when we say the legislative, the executive, and the judiciary, and all political organizations and other associations as well as the officials have the duty to ensure observance of the Constitution to obey it. This is a responsibility of the state as well as citizens. The state as well as citizens. This topic. If you have any question, you are welcome. Do you have any question?